Played a very good Florida team, and now obviously going to play an outstanding Kentucky team. But it's great to be back here, and our guys have done a tremendous job getting themselves back to here, and we've had a phenomenal year. And it's a busy time of year for us. We're in finals, so we've got a better part of 60% of our team finishing finals today at 3:30. So we hope the media portion goes fairly quickly because we do have academics that we have to take care of before we get back into team meetings. But we're very excited about being here.
Back row on the right, in the middle, and then the front.
Is this on? Ben Bulch, Los Angeles Times. First of all, don't you know you're not supposed to upstage your players on a court like that? Just kidding.
Yeah, I've told them we got to step. We have to step it up. And truth be told, Ben, we've been getting slaughtered. We've got guys that, like Lonzo, literally takes a jump shot from the timeline. So we were just lucky that they only got one shot at it. So I think coaches are down about 8 on the half-court shots this year. So I told them, though, that the coaches are ahead at the Sweet 16. I don't think they're buying it, but.
And Lonzo looked like he had the tape off of his thumb. What can you give us an update on him as well as EK?
Yeah, he and EK are great. I think Lonzo's as close to 100% as he's been in a long, long time, and EK's nearing that. So they've both practiced all week. Lonzo practiced all last week too, but EK's made every practice this week and has been full go. Last week obviously was day-to-day, and we were monitoring what he did, but I think he's going to be near 100% as well. So we at least come into this weekend being as close to 100% as we can.
Staying on the right in the front row.
Jim Barber with ESPN. Hi, Steve.
Hey, what's going on?
Just a quick follow-up to the first question. Can you hit that shot anytime you want still?
No, and it hurts a lot more. It hurts a lot more.
Over here on the left, okay, actually middle on the right. Yep.
Steve, Phil Stukenborg from the Commercial Appeal here in Memphis. I was going to ask you to compare the, I guess, the growth of De'Aaron Fox from when you played them in December. Just how has his game matured?
Well, we thought he was awfully good when we were in Lexington in December, and I think he's just continued to get better. You know, he obviously is like a lot of freshmen. They look one way in December, and by the time they get to March, it's not just their skill set, but now you combine their skill set with some experience. And so now that's what you're doing. He's got experience now. He knows what this is about now. He knows what road games are about. He knows what tournament play is about. But he's just such an elite skill set as a ball handler, and his speed and quickness to get by people, you just don't see very often. So he's like a lot of them that are elite like he is. As they get older, it seems like they just get better. And he's one of those guys that he looks a lot better now than what he did in December, and we had an awful lot of respect for him in December. He had a very good game against us in December.
Front row on the left over here, Coach.
Steve Meyer, Metcalf, ESPN. How much different is your team from that first matchup?
Yeah, it's a good question, Myron. I think both of our teams are better. I think when you look at the December game, we had 18 turnovers. I'm sure Cal was probably disappointed with some things that his team did in that game as well. I just think we're better. They've won 13 straight. I think we've won 12 out of 13 or 13 out of 14, if I'm not mistaken. So you've got two teams that have really settled into their identity of being up-tempo, fast-paced, very skilled players that are playing the game at a fast pace and making decisions. I've always said it. It's one thing to play up-tempo. It's another thing to be able to play up-tempo and yet under control. We had 9 turnovers in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. That's unheard of, playing as fast as we want to play. And that's going to be a big key in tomorrow's game as well. I don't think we're going to feel very good if we've turned it over 18 times like we did in December. So I think we've gotten better at taking care of the ball. We've gotten better defensively, and I'm sure Cal thinks, and at least on film it looks that way to us, they've improved in a lot of areas as well. Very similar, though, in both teams love transition. I think first game was 25-21 us in transition. That's a lot of transition points. So I think both coaches feel pretty good about their transition offense. They probably feel better about their transition defense than what we did in December.
Staying on the left, Coach.
Steve, Nancy Armour from USA Today. When you look at that matchup, or when the bracket was released and you saw that you guys could play Kentucky in this round, what were your thoughts? And just even looking forward, you've also got North Carolina here too. What's that say about the the strength of this regional?
Yeah, I think more than, initially you only look at that first bracket. And because I've been doing this long enough that you start looking ahead at different brackets and what region you're in and those type of things, you end up not even getting to that point. So we really focused on that bracket. Now, obviously, as coaches, you start looking ahead and you start, okay, what region are we in? And we saw that we're in the South, and that if we were fortunate enough to get to the regional round, there was a good opportunity. We're going to be seeing Kentucky and the likes of North Carolina, and then obviously Butler has a tremendous culture. And so when you look at this region, I think it's the only region that went chalk and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's obviously there's opinions and arguments, but we feel like this is obviously the toughest region. And you're going to have to play probably not just good basketball, but you're going to have to play very good basketball because all 4 of these teams are very capable of advancing to the Final Four.
Over to the far right, Coach, and then 2 lined up on the left.
Okay, Coach. Hi, Jarvis Greer, WMC Memphis. Welcome to town. And first of all, you talked about De'Aaron Fox being a great player and a freshman. You've got one yourself that everybody's looking at. What is it like as a coach to coach a guy like that, and how do you guys kind of mind meld to try to get what you want done on the court?
Well, I've been fortunate. I've been doing this long enough that I've had a lot of special players, a lot of great players that I've been able to coach and be around. Zoe's just one of those elite guys that not only does he have a phenomenal skill set, but he said it after our game against Cincinnati that he felt like he had a good feel, and I interrupted him in the press conference and said, no, you have a great feel. I mean, it's one of those I've had very few times in a 26-year career where I've actually taken a pause in games and said, hey, what do you think? Because I trust him that much that he has such an unbelievable feel to the game. It's like, what do you want? What do you want to do defensively here? What do you want to do offensively? So that trust factor from coach to your point guard is at a really high level. And he's a teammate. It goes all the way back to like the McDonald's All-American game. You had guys, Josh Jackson, you had several guys after that were interviewed saying, who wouldn't want to play with that guy? And our guys, top to bottom, would tell you the same thing. He's just a tremendous teammate to play with because he thinks teammate first. And there's a lot of point guards out there that think teammate first, but they can't think teammate first and then make that teammate look really good next. And he can do that. His passes are on point. His passes are timely. And then his shots that he takes, he's got a really good feel on when to go to his 3 ball and when to go to the rim. And he's really improved defensively with his activity as the season has gone along. So they don't come around very often, especially at 6'6", long, athletic, running the point. I think he's just a very special talent, and a lot of that goes not just because of his skill set, but because of how smart he is. He's a very smart basketball player.
We got 3 more lined up, and that'll be all for Coach today, right here in the middle first.
Hey, Steve. Mark Bradley from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. There aren't a lot of regionals ever where North Carolina Butler would be the kind of the opening game of the night. But as someone who grew up in Indiana, played at Indiana, played Kentucky on a regular basis, and now works where you work,
Right.
Something about the UCLA Kentucky thing has kind of a special sizzle to it. Is that the way you see it, or are we seeing too much into this?
Well, the neat thing is you've got the 2 programs that have the most national titles in UCLA and Kentucky. So, and I give Cal that credit. He reached out to me. It had to be 3 years ago when we got into the Champions Classic with Carolina, with Ohio State, Kentucky, and ourselves. And we've kind of been doing a round robin for 3 years, and that'll start up again next year in 3 different cities than what we've had the previous 3. So we've continued that. And when he called me about that, he also talked about a home and home. And obviously a lot of our talk as we started talking about that was what that meant for our fan bases. The Kentucky fan base to have a UCLA coming into Rupp, and for our fan base at UCLA and Westwood to have a team like Kentucky coming into Pauley Pavilion. So it just seemed like a great matchup of 2 blue bloods that have had tradition like no other long before I was at UCLA or even Cal was at Kentucky. So I appreciate him reaching out and agreeing to do it because I think it's been a really good series, if anything, for our fans. And now here we are in another neutral setting. You know, we've done the neutral setting in Chicago, which, you know, I'd just soon forget. And then we've done the home and home, and now here we are in another neutral setting in the NCAA tournament. So we've done the home and home, we've done the preseason stuff, and now here it is in the postseason.
Left corner. On
Fred
the back.
Calgill, WLKY-TV in Louisville. When you think of Adebayo, Fox, and Monk, what are the first things that come to mind?
Elite. Elite. I mean, they're top of the food chain. And we've got great respect. And it obviously starts there. It doesn't finish there because they've got other components of their team that make them very, very special. But, you know, with Bam, you've got an elite center, great athletic ability that can beat you in a lot of ways. He's averaging 14-14 in the tournament. You've got Fox, who can break down just about any defense that he's gone against. And Monk is one of the most prolific scorers in our game today. So those three are very special. They're very elite. And those are three of the reasons. There's many more reasons, but those are three very good reasons why they're in the position they're in.
Last question up here in the front on the right.
Clay Fowler, LA Daily News. Steve, on top of the chance to make it to the Elite Eight, knowing that your son and Isaac are graduating and Lonzo and maybe others are leaving, how does that affect the importance of a game like tomorrow to you?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you almost don't want to think about it just because I've said it all along. I love this team. The character of this team has been phenomenal. The blending of the vets with the new guys has been a lot of fun to see that happen all the way back from the summer and months when we were getting ready. It's just been a fun team. I mean, we've just had so much fun, not just in games and winning games, but our practices, shoot-arounds like this, bus rides with Zoe playing his music, trying to get Tommy Welsh's One Country music in, you know, having conversations like that on the bus, TJ Leaf trying to get a date with Taylor Swift. It's just been a fun team. And so when you're a part of that, you don't ever want it to end. And so there's an urgency, one as coaches in preparation, but then as a team, you want to relax them too so that they don't feel it. But we were here 3 years ago with a very good team, and Bryce was a freshman. We were talking about that today in our shoot-around, before our shoot-around. He's the only one from that team because Isaac was ineligible to travel with us that year. So Bryce and Isaac have been a part of a lot of things for us, and we appreciate everything that they've built. So you want them as seniors as well as this team to try to continue to play and do this as much as we can because we have so much fun.
Coach, thank you very much.
I
Thanks,
appreciate
everybody.
it. Thank you very much.
Next up will be the UCLA student athletes here momentarily. Thanks. Okay, everyone, happy to be joined by UCLA student athletes Lonzo Ball and TJ Leaf. And again, as always, please raise your hand and we'll pass the microphones around, state your name and affiliation, and we'll go ahead and open it up for questions at this time. Guys over here on the far right.
Hey guys, welcome to Memphis. Jarvis Greer, WMC Memphis. First we'll go with Lonzo. Do you put any pressure on yourself any more than what it seems like the whole world is putting on you? Because, you know, Lonzo Ball, greatest player ever, all these things, you're just a freshman, and all that stuff. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I just go out there and play basketball. I enjoy playing the game, and I try not to listen to the distractions. Is there
anything like the coach says, he sometimes asks you, what do you think on a play? And because he respects your basketball IQ. A little bit about how you developed that and your relationship with Coach Alford and getting things done on the court.
I think that's just playing point guard my whole life. So, you know, I see things before they happen and I kind of have a good feel for the game. And then as far as Coach Alford goes, you know, he's a player's coach and I'll do anything for him.
Guys on the far left over here, Tim.
Tim Sullivan, Louisville Courier-Journal. For both of you, really, how are you different than when you played Kentucky in December, and how much more sophisticated is your game maybe than it was then?
I think we picked up a lot on defense. Our defense is way better than it was back then. And if we want to win, we can't give up 92.
TJ, anything on that one? Covered. Okay, got it. On the right-hand side over here on the back.
Lonzo, I know you're focused on this game today with your teammates with the Bruins, but you got to play with a real special guy named Nnamdi Okamwu. what was your relationship with him like? And have you thought about him at all during this run? And if you have, what comes to mind about the special times that you did have with him?
Yeah, Nandi was one of my best friends, and when he passed, you know, it kind of hit me kind of hard. And, you know, I pray to God every day and talk to him, but, you know, I just know he's in a better place right now.
Just a real quick follow-up on that. How special is this time? You know, he would have played at this level too, and I'm sure you guys spent some awesome times together on the basketball court, but part of you feel like you're playing for not only him, but yourself throughout this tournament?
Yeah, man, and he has a little brother, so I talk to him all the time. You know, he plays for Chino Hills, so we stay in touch. He's like a brother to me too, and like I said, I know he's in a better place. He's looking over me, and I'm just trying to make him proud.
Over here on the right, Jarvis.
Okay, this is for both of you guys. Do you ever think about you're in a blue blood program, as a lot of people like to call it? Kentucky's a blue blood program, and you guys are carrying on a tradition that's been at the top of basketball. How does it feel playing on a team like UCLA and then playing in a game like this against another program that's storied like yourself?
I mean, it's huge. You look at the history for both programs. I mean, just us, for instance, we have 11 national championships. I mean, just that in itself makes it so much more fun of a matchup, I think, because of the history behind both programs and how successful they've both been.
Same thing. You know, obviously they're rich in tradition. We are too. And it's always going to be fun when the two match up.
Middle front on the right here.
Clay Fowler, LA Daily News. For both of you guys, knowing Coach has never been past the Sweet 16 and knowing, you know, Bryce and Isaac aren't going to be here next year, who knows who else won't be here next year, how much does that add to the importance for you guys to do it for Coach to get him somewhere he's never been?
It's very important. You know, you always go out there trying to win, and I don't think there's going to be another team like this in a while. You know, this is a very good team. So I think it's our opportunity, and we got to take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important. I don't know if it's, I mean, just for those guys, but we all want to win every time we step on the court, especially a big matchup like this. We're all very competitive, and we don't even think about losing. We just want to win. So we're just going to go out there and give it our all.
Staying on the right there in the middle.
Devin Walker for NCAA.com. Lonzo, do you really pick your spots out there? Because it seems like you take over games in the second half. You kind of like play it how you see it in the first half, and you take over in the second half. Is that planned, or you just play it how you go? I
try to take what the game gives me. You know, I know when I can get going, and I try to get my teammates going first because I know I can pick it up, you know, when I need to. And it definitely helps when they're on.
A couple questions on the left lined up here front.
Lonzo, a year ago, before you two guys came in, the team was 15 and 17. Did you know that you two, when you came in, were going to have this kind of impact on the Bruins' results?
Well, I know what I can do on the court, and quickly found out what TJ can do on the court. We played him in high school. I think he averaged like 40 and 20. So I knew he would be a big help, and EK as well. And when you mix the young guys with the old guys, you know it makes something great, and that's what we have.
Front row, far left side.
Myron Metcalf, ESPN. For Lonzo, you've got big guys who can shoot, and that tends to spread the floor and open up things for you. How important is that going to be in Friday's game?
It helps a lot. You know, Kentucky, they block shots, you know, with the best of them in the country. So it helps when you got a 5-man and 4-man who can stretch them out a little bit. But, yeah, it helps my game tremendously. Just they always spread out on the court. TJ can hit threes. Tom, 17-foot. It helps a lot.
Got time for a few more right here in the middle.
Jim Truesby, Wall Street Journal. For both of you, you guys mentioned, you know, this season it was a mix of young and old guys coming together. At what point in the season do you guys think that you really clicked, that it all came together, the adjustment period was over, and, you know, you guys really felt good?
I don't know if there's just one specific point. I think our foreign trip in the summer helped quite a bit on that. We got to know each other really well off the court and got some well-played games on the court against grown men. So I think that helped a lot. But, I mean, just as the season went on and we got, I mean, we have almost 100 practices under our belt with the 30-plus games. I think just as time went on, we just got to know how to play with each other. And off the court, we just all became really close, and I think that helps as well.
Covered it.
Two more lined up. Phil on the right.
All right. Lonzo, can you talk a little bit about the difference in De'Aaron Fox from that first game you played? Talk about his game, how it's changed when you look at him on film.
De'Aaron's a great player. You know, in my opinion, he's one of the best guards in the country, hands down. And I know it's a tough matchup, so I got to come ready to play because I know he is.
Down here in the front on the left.
Lonzo, I apologize if you've covered this in previous stops. This is my first chance to. Your father has made a lot of statements about your ability, and I just wonder, is it a challenge for you to keep focused on the game at hand when your father makes as many headlines as he has?
No, not at all. It's pretty normal for me. He's been talking like this since I've been born, so it's nothing new for me. It's just that y'all get to see it for the first time, and he's always on TV now. That's the only thing that's different.
Anything else for these guys? Okay, one more in the front on the right here.
TJ, Steve talked about how much he enjoys your team here, and just moments ago he had a half-court shot, all net. I saw the reaction of the players. What's your feeling about having him as a player's coach, if that's how you would describe him, and also the fact that he can still shoot the basketball?
Just maybe 2 weeks ago, I was shooting free throws, and he was just behind me shooting threes. He made about literally like 50 out of 52. He can still, he could probably beat most of us in horse, but other than that, he can't do a whole lot. But yeah, it's great. It's great playing for him. We have a lot of fun with him. He's definitely a player's coach. He asks what we see on the court. He asks our opinions on things, and he's just a joy to play for.
And we've been shooting half-court shots all year. That's like his first. That's like his first make.
So don't let it fool you. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. We'll continue with the Kentucky student athletes here in a moment. Thanks.